It's April 6th, 2022. I'm watching the Eyewitness News, Channel 7, and apparently down on the northeast coast of the USA, on the Atlantic side. So, where I am, again, I've documented even the lightning storms behave in a different way than some of the other states to the south and to the west that they've just recently put up on their. So now today they're experiencing something with cumulus, or the accumulation of clouds and energy charge and stuff. And again, I don't know, like I mean, there's like a word umbrella of weather, but it's not something that they teach. Like in my son's school, like these superstorms or these, like if we got a tornado, I wouldn't know what to do for emergency management. Like, how do you protect yourself? How do you take care of yourself? What are the, like, they don't even teach that in school as like safety for the kids. And I'm not something you think about regularly, but I'm watching these storms. I'm like, oh my gosh, I wouldn't, like, instructional wise, if it hit, I wouldn't have any idea what to do. And not only that, I don't have a vocabulary to paint in words or document in like a professional standard the, like, there's no word tree here. And now this is not aphasia. This is lack of preparation for my generational appearance between my grandmother's age, my mother's age, and then my being pulled into this, and then subsequently not wanting to, but having children. They're that much further behind and more reliant upon this new dangerous occurrence in North America, with these new, it's like swarms of populations of problems. But I don't know how to, like, and then, like, side saddled to that, there's, as if the sidecar wasn't enough of not having the vocabulary, not having the emergency training, not knowing what to do or how to prepare, and during my life frame, never being offered entryway or participation in service so I could give and they could train and then be on whatever, for however that level of society works. I mean, this gets really, like, frustrating in, like, trying to piece this together for my boys, and for being left behind or being left out. I mean, like, I always taught my boys, I'm like, you never leave a man behind. That's just, it's God's written law. There's 3 of you. You come from my body. You never leave a man behind. Not on the playground, not on the sports field. You're always the 3 of you. And try not to break apart, ever. It's like the 3 of you first, and then whatever you encounter in the world. And that worked until there was a 4th. But then I tried to instill that. They just absorbed him. He was theirs, but whatever. So now I'm watching these big storms, and I'm thinking on another level, I'm like, right, so just like the lightning I don't have here, I wonder if there's some, because, like, I don't know how the big cloud storm systems work, but I'm wondering if, and not that I'm wishing upon this area to have these horrifically devastating signs from, we'll call it signs from the gods, because nobody knows how it really works in actuality on the couch potato side of where I am. I had no idea how to even track like dangerous weather patterns and things. Never been let into that special club. So I'm like, so my lightning doesn't go vertical, it only goes stratospheric. And then the clouds are like they cover, there's been something called a squall, just recently that I had never heard of before. I was like, but now I'm watching these funnels and I'm just like, oh my gosh. And again, it's like, how do you even build an education system or preparedness in like this version of New York? Like, if this is the silver lining and these are the cards that were available at the time that I'm stuck in this position, how do you even interact or find? I mean, this is pathetic.
Welcome back. New video shows a massive tornado touching down near Allendale, South Carolina. It was part of the severe weather that swept across the South once again. At least 2 people were killed. ABC's Rena Roy has more.
Like this level stuff doesn't happen here. And again, grateful, thankful on one level that it's not like a weather pattern manipulation that you have to worry about your roof being torn off and being homeless and all your things. But there's other levels of manipulation that are more subtle, that are harder to define, and that have been creeping in this dangerous fashion because it all looks normal, and then it becomes the normal, and then it becomes really hard to report. And like that guy Michael Lewis said this morning with his new book, it's like you're 6 levels down from somebody important. How do you like even get to like the level that you need to be? And why were you totally forgotten about or put in this dangerous position to begin with?
One vicious storm system causing at least 41 reported tornadoes and more than 250 damage reports across multiple states. In South Carolina, at least 3 people injured across the state and 4 homes destroyed.
I'm grateful that we were able to get out.
That is wicked.
High winds ripping off this roof in Ellaville, Georgia.
Tornado right there! Take cover! Take cover!
This huge funnel cloud caught on camera.
Wow, it's doing major damage too.
Debris scattered all over, some transformers even bursting into flames. This road in Alabama submerged, drivers navigating the floodwaters. Crews working around the clock to restore electricity and clear roads of fallen trees and power lines. That storm system is now targeting the Northeast with heavy rain. Now a second storm is hitting those same areas.
Now, I'm not educated in these superstorms. My kids don't have access to it. Lynn and Lou have no clue. But someone got educated because she's now in charge of reporting this story, which it gets really confusing in North America, knowing whatever is whatever. Why time, resource, preparedness, laboratory, like of whatever was cut off, but other people were gained access to it, and now all of a sudden
areas that already got the brunt of it. More tornadoes expected across multiple states. Rena Roy for Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
And Jeff, a little too close to comfort on some of those videos there of the tornado.
Absolutely. We're getting kind of the northern, more stable part of both of these storms. So we're talking about these rounds of rain, one that came in today and another one that comes in tomorrow into tomorrow night. Here's a look right now. Temperature 50 degrees in the park. A nasty afternoon out there. A northeast wind coming in 15, gusting up to 22 miles per hour.
I don't even know. Again, it's like another language. But on the one hand, we don't have the big funnel clouds that are a visual interpretation of the storm systems. But on the other hand, the cracking and the popping of the joints, the increasing pressure, and the variation gradient of the pressure systems that we have to try to traverse through here, is very taxing and waning on the body and the bone structure. Again, I don't associate with the word vertebrae or invertebrate because of the VERT. There's some green involved in keeping it in some alternate fashion. For me, it's endoskeleton. Big difference. Star 1978, Star 8378, Nicole, Cattaruzza, it's Earth, Solar System, Milky Way, Universe, Galaxy is broken. It's Bayside Station, Bayside, New York, 11361.